What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's starting to get really cold outside, so it's time for another 10 best video. This time for winter. The 10 best winter clones according to Fragrantica. So Fragrantica is an online community for fragrance enthusiasts and frag heads alike. Fragrantica has long been a resource for all frag heads when it comes to fragrance compositions and official note breakdowns. Now, obtaining a mark of 5 out of 5 for any fragrance is extremely difficult on Fragrantica, let alone a copy, dupe, or clone to obtain such a score. However, there are a select few that have obtained a score of 9 out of 10 or better. That is a 4.5 out of 5 rating on Fragrantica. And I have done the work to compile a list of all the clones that are rated better than a 4.5 out of 5 that are suitable for the cold weather, and I have compiled this list. So without further delay, let's get into it with number 10. Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. Now, when this was launched, this was kind of like a hypebeast fragrance simply because of how much quality was in this fragrance. This is a clone of Carolina Herrera's Mystery Tobacco, and that fragrance retails for well over $200. This hits it spot on, like nail on the head, perfect. On Fragrantica, this is rated at 4.51. This is a very realistic, sweet, not smoky at all, piped tobacco. Much like the original, the opening is very fruity, and the performance on this thing is absolutely nuclear. You're talking 10 plus hours of longevity in this dupe. So coming in at number 10 with a score of 4.51 is Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. Next on the list with a score of 4.53 is Sharaf Blend from Zemaya. Now, Zemaya is an arm of Afnan, and this is, in my opinion, one of the best clones of Angel Share by Kilian. It has that overdose of praline sweetness, but with a date twist to this fragrance. The fragrance itself is also a performance monster. We're talking 3 to 4 feet of projection with 10 plus hours of longevity. This is an absolute weapon in the cold time, and it retails for around $25 to $30. So number 9 with a score of 4.53 is Sharaf Blend from Zemaya Afnan. Number 8 also has a score of 4.53 on Fragrantica, and that is the Tux from Maison Alhambra. Now, I recently did a video discussing the alternatives to YSL Tuxedo, and the Tux came out on top in that battle simply because it is a spot-on clone of YSL Tuxedo. And from scent profile to presentation, everything is spot on. So number 8 from the house of Maison Alhambra, the Tux. Coming in at number 7 with a score of 4.54 is Stag Neuf from Paris Corner. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Grand Soir from MFK, and it is the absolute best clone of Grand Soir, and I stand behind that. This thing is nuclear for performance, and the scent profile matches Grand Soir to a T. I know the alternative from Latafa, Eternal Oud. It's a good fragrance as well with a date twist, but this one is no twist, just straight into the scent profile of Grand Soir, one that I have been thoroughly enjoying. It deserves way more attention, and the rating of 4.54 is well warranted. Stag Neuf. Coming in at number 6 with a score of 4.55 is Qaeed Intense from Latafa. Now, this fragrance, oh my god, it's just so good. This fragrance is a clone of Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, but I think it also incorporates elements of the original Dior Homme, which is now Dior Homme Intense. I think it's kind of a twist between those two fragrances, but this is creamy, boozy, iris, lipstick feel with a great deal of booze in the opening. Just a smooth, masculine fragrance that I think females can enjoy as well. I don't know if I agree with the 4.55 rating for this fragrance, but that's what the panel of experts on Fragrantica rated it as. So at 4.55, that makes it better than a 9 out of 10 Qaeed Intense from Latafa. Number 5 also has a rating of 4.55, better than a 9 out of 10, and it is Lumiere Garçon from Fragrance World. Now this fragrance is a clone of a discontinued fragrance, the one Luminous Night from Dolce & Gabbana, and this is to this day the best clone of that fragrance that is available. The bottle is a little bit comical, but I like the way it looks in my collection. There is nothing else that looks quite like it. This puffy blue cap, but the juice inside is just simply awesome, man. Just so smooth, so amazing. This, I think, is well warranted of its 4.55 rating. I wish more clone houses would do fragrances like this. Find a fragrance DNA that has been discontinued, but there is still a great demand or a great market for it, and just make a copy. Number 5 from French Avenue, Lumiere Garçon. Number 4 on the list also comes from the house of French Avenue with a score of 4.57 according to the panel of experts from Fragrantica. It is Spectre Ghost from FA Paris. This fragrance is one that needs very little introduction as it is properly hyped in the fragrance community. This is a clone of Nishane Annie, and it manages to capture that gingerbread-like vanilla aspect of that fragrance to perfection. And if you know anything about Nishane Annie, you know that that fragrance is an extrait and it is an absolute beast of a fragrance. Longevity, projection, the performance is just nuclear on Nishane Annie. Here it's a bit dialed back, so the 4.57 in my opinion is questionable. However, this fragrance is very well done and suits outdoor endeavors in the winter time perfectly. Number 4 from French Avenue, Spectre Ghost. So now we're moving into the top 3, and I'm just gonna say, if you're really enjoying this video and if you like this kind of content, fragrance and fashion reviews, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this video a like, and let me know which clone fragrance is your go-to for the winter time. And if you happen to know the rating on Fragrantica, please say what it is in the comment down below. So on to the top 3 then, and coming in at number 3 with a score of 4.6 out of 5 is the Hype Beast Liquid Brun from Fragrance World. Now this is a clone of Altair by Parfums de Marly, and yeah, it's really well done. From presentation to scent profile, this thing is as close as you will get to Altair without buying the real thing. It does have some synthetic medicinal qualities to it, but the performance on this is stellar. It even rivals that of the OG fragrance. Number 3 with a score of 4.6 is Liquid Brun from Fragrance World. Coming in the number 2 spot with a score of 4.64. That is almost a 9.3 out of 10. According to Fragrantica, the second best clone fragrance for cold weather is Kayaan Classic from Alwantania. Now this is another one of the Hype Beast. This is a clone of Dior Homme Intense, and oh my god, I am absolutely in love with this thing. Whew. There is nothing synthetic or off-putting about this fragrance. Smooth, beautiful, lipsticky iris. This is like one of those things where you photocopy your homework and give someone else to hand it in. That's basically what this is. Is the score of 9.3 out of 10 warranted though? Let me know in the comments below. This is an absolutely phenomenal fragrance. Number 2 on the list, Kayaan Classic from Alwantania. And it's time to reveal the highest rated clone fragrance for the winter according to Fragrantica with a score of 4.74. 4.74, that's basically 9.5 out of 10. It is the Kingdom from Lattafa. This is a clone of Le Mal Elixir, and this is outstanding. I've tried it myself, I've worn it myself. This fragrance is a beautiful medley of lavender, tobacco, vanilla, like honey sweetness in a bottle. Much like the original, it is very well suited to the cold weather. Beast mode performance, like 10-12 hours longevity with the projection to match. It is a newer release, so I'm curious to see how the ratings stack up over time. But for now, this is the king of winter clone fragrances, the Kingdom from Lattafa. So thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until then, stay fresh, stay classic, and I'll see you in the next one.